There is nothing strange that people will not laugh at, but there is nothing laughed at that has no good. You're welcome to a fresh episode. Good morning, bonjour, kolafia, ansuma, daswa, memomachi. Today we're going to another paper called The Gossip. It goes beyond 20 years backward. It's 2002. In fact, I have tablets that even go beyond that. But let's go to this one. And the title is Gossip. And who doesn't like gossip? This one is dated May 2002. Price 1,500 cedis. Volume 2, number 4. Motto, M-O-T-T-O. The rumor killers, motto, the rumor killers. We have ancient human spies giving birth in a village. I think it's species. It is spelled S-P-I-C-E. Look at the spice. I think it's supposed to be human species. I think this one I preserved it well. There are 3 of them, and so this is looking newer than the others. Then we have another story. Doomsday awaits pastors and top clients of top juju man. So pastors and top clients of top juju men. Doomsday awaits them. Then we have Dr. Beckley plans to make, Dr. Beckley plans to name VIPs who visit his shrine as witnesses. You see the picture of Dr. Beckley here. It's a Ghanaian spiritualist known in those days about the 200s. You can see his picture here. And Ghanaians know about him very well, especially those who were grown by then, not the younger ones. They don't know anything about Dr. Beckley. Now we have they include Makola mummies, pastors, businessmen, contractors, top civil servants, managing directors, etc. So you see, this goes to tell you that most of us go to see shrines or powers that we shouldn't go to just to get fame. Most of us have done it. It's been there, but these are not shrines. We call them seers. I think they are different from shrines. So some of us have done it, and I have done it before. But sometimes you have to go there before you know whether it's evil or not evil. But this is shrine, no. Shrine, not at all. Then, woman vanishes from moving taxi at Wager barrier. Then we have here, Yana surrendered to save his dying subjects. Yana was the paramount chief of Ghana, Gabon, Ghana, and this is his picture. This is, he surrendered to save his dying subjects. Then we have Malarigo cures your impotency, sexual weakness, diabetes. Well, all of us are very much concerned about sexual weakness. So it's here. Then daughter-in-law befriends husband's father. Daughter-in-law befriends husband's father. That's complex. Mm. And then that's the wife's daughter. Somebody's wife's daughter befriends the father of the husband. That's more or less the grandfather. Or is it rather the other way around? Maybe the grandfather rather befriended the daughter-in-law, because without the grandfather's consent, he couldn't befriend her. Okay, she couldn't befriend her. Then pastor anoints my private part. Abba. So let's go there. Let's see. Oh, like usual, let me open the pages for you to see. Marrying a divorced man, the risk involved. That's the page 2, I suppose. I don't know. Marry a divorced man, risk involved. And then chieftaincy dispute in Tema. Tema is suburb of Accra. It was a town by itself, but now we can call it a suburb of Accra. Then we have Berkeley plans to call for witnesses. Strange ancient human species reborn in a village. My encounter with a sexy doctor. That's page 3. My encounter with a sexy doctor. That's page 3. Then we go to the next page. I don't think they are labeled actually. Yes, page 4. We go to page 4. Marriage on rocks as father tries to snatch his son's wife. Okay. So let's see. That's page 4. We have how to tell if you are with the right person. Part 2. Marriage bliss. Complainant begs for accused to be released. That's weird. Complainant begs for accused to be released. Then, should second marriages be broken? Then, the reason why some schoolgirls get pregnant. I don't know. I think everybody knows. The reason why some schoolgirls get pregnant. And this, I read this earlier. We go to wife for sale. Wife for sale. Wife for sale. Then this last part, let's see. The unwilling prostitute. The unwilling prostitute. Should second marriage be broken? The problem of diabetes and the diets to use. The problem of diabetes and the diets to use. Okay. Now let's go to the reading. Let's start reading. That's page 2. Marry a divorced man. The risks involved. Although it behoves on husbands who have divorced their wives to assist and support their former wives and children, it is a fact that a lot of harmony in such homes rests on the stepmother more than the father. On the stepmother more than the father. Paragraph. This seemingly difficult task can be made easy if a stepmother psychologically prepares herself to live with a man with children who are not her own. Childlessness. Childlessness. Uh, the most difficult aspect of a second marriage is where the woman does not have a child of her own, and as fate would have it, she cannot bear children. Okay. Uh, Paragraph. Definitely, no one marries someone that he or she hates. So, because the woman loves the man, she will pass on that affection to his children. Children normally adore persons who show them deep affection. So, along the line, if a barren stepmother shows deep love to her stepchildren, they grow to love her as well and treat her as a real mother. Pardon me. Pardon me. And love her as a real mother, as the real mother. Such signals definitely would hurt the barren stepmother. Such signals definitely would hurt the barren stepmother. The barren stepmother. It would definitely be a sharp reminder of the fact that she is toiling for someone's sibling and that she is not their real mother. Um, it is at such instances that a stepmother must be circumspect and non-emotion in running her home to perfectly adjust to outside pressure which may be perpetrated to degrade her works to run her home in perfect long and tender care. Another instance is where the children left over by the divorced woman are of varied ages. There could be younger ones as well as older ones. How does a new mother cope with the grown-ups and the toddlers who are out of marriage, and she has no and she has to cater for? Paragraph. The following are tips on the do's and don'ts in such in such in such comes wise okay in such situations to help stepmothers to weather their storms when social, economic, and other pressures besiege their homes to disrupt the peace and tranquility they might have maintained in their homes to their credit. The thing, the things you should avoid, as in such cases. You should not expect to duplicate the previous family life. You should not expect to duplicate the previous family life of the other woman, comma, her children, her real children, and their father. Full stop. What existed between them is past. They could not make it last, and you cannot copy that lifestyle with success. Adopt a mutual approach to both parents and do your best to accommodate them peacefully. If the children tell you their mother allowed them certain liberties, consult their father before you set. Your discretion must be discussed with their father before you decide on what to do. Place yourself in the position of their mother, but over don't over mother the children. Think of yourself as a new dimension in the house. You can never be their real mother, so don't try to be. I think that's the end of the story. We have next letter. Welcome. Welcome, National Reconciliation Commission. This is a story concerning Ghana only. Mm. It is the fervent desire of all. It is a fervent desire of all well-meaning Ghanaians and lovers of democracy to once and for all wipe out the traces of adventurous military escapees of coup d'etats, which are recorded in the history of the noble country. Of this noble country, I'm sorry. This is because it is not a military adventurism in politics. This is because it is out of military adventurism in politics that God messed up good plans and programs of the first, second, and third Republican constitutions of Ghana, making us impoverished and politically corrupt. So this is a warning to military leaders. The need to appraise the virtues of constitutional rule and change of government through the ballot box needs not be overemphasized. The NDC are first to attest to the fact that it was smoother and refreshing having come out of the PNDC to rule Ghana as a properly constituted government. Paragraph. What is good must not be thrown out, but what went wrong in the past, why did Ghanaians allow their rights to be trampled upon by so-called redeemers and revolutionaries of God knows what, who paraded in military uniforms to usurp properly constituted government, to brutalize the political situation and direction of the country. These are some of the issues that the National Reconciliation Committee is going to address, so that tomorrow, if a Rip Van Winkle, hyphenated Rip Van Winkle, if a Rip Van Winkle gets up to shout hoarse that the government of the day is not doing what the people expect, and so he should be given the chance to do better, all and sundry will treat his vituperations with the contempt that it deserves. It's true that the National Reconciliation Commission has a Herculean task ahead of it, but in the interest of a Ghana in which there is peace for the development in freedom, I am entreating all Ghanaians to fear no foe and cooperate with the Commission so that the ills and evils of the past would be well at, would be well assessed and addressed to forestall any future carboyism, though the barrel of the gun, no, carboyism through the barrel of the gun in Ghanaian politics. Ima, written by Ima Ediful, Cape Coast. um, Now we go to chieftaincy dispute in Tema. This is history, but this history is for Ghanaians, like I said before. But for the timely intervention of the police, a lot of mayhem would have occurred at Tema over the weekend. The whole scenario was a chieftaincy dispute between two royals of the Tema stool. The two royals are Ni Aje Kraku III, the officially known chief of Tema, and Ni Ajete Kraku, a regent of the Tema stool, who is not officially recognized as chief of Tema. To most observers, it was a very strange scenario for two people to claim custodian to the Tema stool, whereas the chief makers had already installed Ni Aje Kraku III as the substantive Tema chief. The Shipi of Tema, Shipi is spelled Sishipi. The Shipi of Tema, who granted the gossip interview, stated clearly that the Tema Manche stool is just like a managing director who has his director of finance and director of administration. The analogous royal hegemony is simple. There is the Tema Manche, the Tema Mankrolo, there is the Tema Manche, the Tema Mankrolo, and the Tema Shipi. So 3 titles here. When he was to be installed, he swore the path of allegiance to Ni Aje Kraku III, according to the norms and rules of custom. It is therefore ridiculous for someone else to come in and say he is custodian of the Tema stool. All said and done, most Tema Manhem and Sakumono residents who were interviewed by the gossip agreed on the issue. They want peace to prevail. According to them, Tema is a city which hosts lots of people from all walks of life. And if the traditional ruling body cannot live in peace and tranquility, then nobody should raise their fingers when non-traditional residents of the city flout traditional rules like the ban on drumming before Homowo. That's the whole story. That's all the story. We go to oh my God, did I not finish this story? I think I didn't. Did I? That is the marrying divorced woman. I don't know. No, I think I didn't finish it. I will go back there. Pardon me, viewers. I didn't see this part. Uh, that is concerning the divorced man, the risk involved. We went to the things you avoid. Mm? And then we come to, even if they want you to do so, let's see. Don't expect that it will be easy for you to love your stepchildren the way you love your husband. Allow them to gradually build their affection towards you. No, I should go backward a bit for better understanding. Let me go backwards a bit. The things you should avoid. You should not expect to duplicate the the previous family life of the other woman, her real children, and their father. What existed between them is past. They could not make it last, and you cannot copy that lifestyle with success. We've done that already. I'm just going back so that we can understand it fully. Adopt a mutual approach to both parents and do your best to accommodate them peacefully. If the children tell you their mother allowed them certain liberties, consult their father before you act. Sorry. Your discretion must be discussed with their father before you decide on what to do. Place yourself in the position of their mother, but not over mother the children. Think of yourself as a new dimension in their home. You can never be real, you can never be their real mother. So don't try to be. I think that's where we stop. Mm. But it continues. So don't try to be, even if they want you to do. Mm. Don't expect that it will be easy for you to love your stepchildren the way you love your husband. We didn't do that part. Don't expect that it will. Don't expect that it will. It will be. I think there should be be there. That where the B is absent. Let me add the B there. Don't expect that it will be easy for you to love your stepchildren the way you love your husband. Allow them to gradually build their affection towards you. Never talk badly about their mother before your stepchildren. Never talk badly about their mother before your stepchildren. And don't emphasize how badly she has raised them in front of them. If you feel they if you feel they have adopted certain bad traits, gently get yourself up to correct them. Never never let the older children cater for the young ones. Do that yourself. That way is that way as the younger ones take to their loving takes you that way as the younger ones take to you lovingly, telepathically, the older ones will fall in line. Things you should do. Be friendly with the mother of your stepchildren. Be, be friendly with the mother of your stepchildren. Discuss their development and likes as well as dislikes with her, and she can hint you on how to handle them. But in most cases, it doesn't happen. In most cases, they become enemies immediately. That's the stepmother and the real mother of the children. Okay, paragraph. Uh, Give the children time to adjust to you, and your greatest problem would be solved. Let the children get friendly with you before you begin to discipline them for errors they make. So let friendship come first before you discipline them. I don't know if it works. Okay. Be flexible when they go wrong. This is because most families, especially where the children have been groomed by someone else, have their peculiar tradition and ways of life, which you which you need to which you need to access before you begin to introduce your code of ethics of your new home. Uh, when you need to talk about that, when you need to talk about their mother, be circumspect and open. If possible, give them the chance to discuss her with you. The way paragraph. This way, you will learn a lot from what they have missed. You will learn a lot from what they have missed. I'm sorry. This way, you will learn a lot from what they have missed. This way, you will learn a lot from what they have missed in her absence. Mm. Uh, you can make them feel the vacuum her absence has created in their lives. Mm. Encourage your husband to spend time with the children. They will tell him lots that he will pass on to you to enable you cultivate their continuous friendship and trust. Treat all the children, including yours, equally. They will then not know any difference among themselves. These hints may not be watertight solution to all your domestic problems, but they can help you from your own opinion to solve your peculiar problem in a family where the children are not your own, and you either have your own added children or no children. Let me repeat that. Uh, these hints may not be a watertight solution to all your domestic problems, but they can help you from your own opinion. They can help you form. I'm sorry. They can help you form your own opinion to solve your peculiar problems in a family where the children are not your own, and and you you either have your own added children or not, or no child. I don't understand this. Don't understand fully this sentence. Let's see. But they can help you form your own opinion to solve your peculiar problems in a family where the children are not your own and your own and you either have your own added children or no child. Okay, let's take it like that. Maybe viewers will understand it better than I do. So let's end here, and that is page 2. When we come back, we'll go to page 3 of the paper, and that is gossip. Thank you very much.